If you're watching this video, it's likely because you're thinking about putting your home on the market for sale. And if you're thinking of selling your home, you're probably wondering what you need to do to get it ready. Hi, I'm Liz Croft, owner and realtor at Soul Property Advisors in Santa Cruz County, and one of the biggest things I always recommend that my clients do is conduct relevant inspections before listing their home. And here's a look into why. But first, what are inspections? In the home buying and selling process, an inspection is an examination of the structure and systems of a building. A complete inspection includes an examination of the building from top to bottom, inside and out. And depending on the nature of a home, there are a number of different inspections that could be conducted. These can include, but are certainly not limited to, home inspections, pest and termite, roof, septic, sewer, lateral, chimney, pool, electrical, plumbing, well, geotechnical. The most common, though, will be the home inspection and the pest and termite inspections, and if a property has one, a septic inspection. As a seller, reading through the findings of reports on your property can sometimes seem like the end of the world. It might be hard to imagine why you would possibly want to provide these reports to prospective buyers up front out of fear of scaring them off. Experienced listing agents will almost always recommend conducting inspections prior to listing a property for sale and providing the subsequent reports in a disclosure package for prospective buyers. And here's why. First, it protects you. After the first rule of real estate, location, 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 the second rule is disclose, disclose, disclose. Second, the more a seller discloses up front, the more unknowns and ultimately the more negotiating power is removed from a buyer's hands once an offer is accepted. Sellers often wonder if inspections will negatively impact a home's asking price. And sometimes inspection findings can impact the price if the issues noted come with a larger price tag to fix, a new foundation or a failed septic system, for example. But on average, the findings are not insurmountable or so costly that they greatly impact a home's sales price. The argument is often that a seller and their agent accounted for the things in the inspections in their asking price. Sometimes that is actually the case. Other times it's really more dependent on other factors like location, size, updates, and so on. But pricing strategy is a topic for another video. So what happens if a seller doesn't provide inspection reports up front? Well, if a seller does not provide a relevant inspection up front, buyers, at the advice of their realtors and oftentimes that of their opinionated friends and family, will conduct their own once their offer is accepted during their contingent period, if one is in place. And a contingency, by the way, is a time period in real estate contracts that essentially provide the buyer with a contingency or condition that allows the buyer to back out of the contract without penalty for a certain limited period of time during escrow. Once buyers conduct their inspections, they will almost always try to nickel and dime based on the findings. And they do so in the way of asking for a price reduction, closing cost credits, or repairs be made prior to the close of escrow. And sometimes, even if a seller provides inspection reports up front, a buyer will choose to conduct their own for peace of mind. If a seller works with a reputable and experienced service provider relatively close to the time they list their home and accept an offer, chances are the buyer's inspections won't turn up anything new. So you see, by spending a few $100s on inspections up front, sellers can save themselves thousands of dollars in the big picture and sometimes much more. By providing inspection reports, sellers can take most unknowns out of the equation and make the purchase process go much smoother once an offer is accepted. A buyer can submit their offer knowing as much as possible about the condition of a home and will have very little ground to stand on for negotiations. And remember what I said earlier, disclose, disclose, disclose to protect yourself as a seller. Proper disclosure means the buyer gets a more comprehensive view of the property and you lessen the chance of getting sued by the new owner for hiding information. Are you curious what inspections you should conduct prior to selling your property? If you're interested in learning more about the best strategy for your home and other considerations for selling, I would love to come out for a consultation at no cost. Feel free to call or text me, no obligation, 831-854-7489, and my full contact information is below. Talk to you soon.